Hey guys, I am back today with some winter outfit ideas for you guys. If you've been watching my vlogs recently, you might recognize a lot of these pieces because I have been wearing them all throughout the season. All of these pieces are from Fabrique. You guys know I have been wearing a ton of their pieces this entire year, and it's really because they offer pieces that are truly unique. So you're not going to be wearing the same thing as everyone else. Also, they work with hundreds of designers all around the world that have worked with fashion houses that we're all familiar with, like Hermes, Dior, and Louis Vuitton. So you know you're getting high quality luxury pieces at a fraction of the price. And right now for Black Friday, they're having their biggest sale of the year. So of course I had to secure some discount codes for you guys, and these codes are stackable per usual. So on top of the discounted sale price that you're currently seeing on the website, these codes will get you additional dollars off your orders. And this time it's a tier system. So the more you buy, the more you will save. You'll get $60 off your orders of 500 plus, 150 off 1,000, and 240 off orders of 1,500 plus. So the very first piece I had to share with you guys is this cherry ombre sweater. I am so in love with this sweater. The moment I saw this, it was kind of like a love at first sight. I've been drawn to the color red a lot recently. I feel like it's a very bold color that really highlights your face, kind of draws attention to your face and your eyes. But because this piece is an ombre, it kind of softens the look a little bit, and it gradually goes from red, pink, and then to white. So you'll be able to pair this very easily with any white bottoms. You can see the texture of this sweater because of the alpaca blend. It's just one of those fuzzy sweaters that you absolutely need for the fall and winter season. I went with extra small, and per usual, I'm going to link all of these details down in the description box below. The name of each piece, the links, and also the size. The sleeves are slightly longer for that really cozy vibe, and the texture itself is really soft. The fit and the silhouette of this sweater is very classic, drop shoulders with rib neck detail, but the color of the gradient, the ombre design itself, is what makes this very unique. It's such an easy piece to throw on and still look presentable. This will definitely give you that casual chic look. I have another sweater to share with you, and this again is truly a unique piece. I've already worn this out to dinner, so you know I'm only showing you pieces that I truly love and personally wear in real life. If the previous red sweater was a bit more of that casual look, this one is a bit more elevated. Along with red, another color that I have been loving this entire year is this beautiful, like deep purple. This eggplant kind of color. I think it's so rich, it's classy, and more interesting, I would say, than just wearing black. It is deep enough to look black in certain lighting, but you know there's a little bit of color depending on like how you style this. First of all, this is the neckline, you guys. Do you see all these crystals? These are hand sewn, so you know you're getting a quality piece. You can see that these crystals are all like different shapes, which adds more sparkle when you move, and there's over 100 crystals all throughout the neckline. You see the texture, right? It's very similar to the cherry ombre sweater. This one is an alpaca mohair blend, and it's incredibly soft. I wish you could like feel it. And if you look closely, it's not just one shade of purple. It's a mix of blue and red, which gives it more life. The silhouette itself is a very classic long sleeve sweater. It's thick, substantial, it'll keep you warm, but these crystals make it that much more fabulous. Next is another piece of knitwear, and this cardigan is something that I was actually wearing when I was putting up my Christmas tree. I thought this was perfect for that occasion. I mentioned this a lot, but texture really is important to me in the colder months. Depending on what it is, I think it can add a lot of warmth to your outfit, like visually. So like a fuzzy sweater or a fur coat. In this case, with this cardigan, you can already see the texture, right? Look at all this hair. This is a kid mohair and wool blend, so you see all that texture. But the print itself and like the overall color scheme was what really drew my attention. Let me show you the back. It's like this abstract animal print. It gives off winter vibes, right? This combination of this like snow-like blue, deep charcoal, this brown. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like snowy mountains. But once again, this cardigan also has very unique details, and that is the button closure. So instead of the traditional slit for your buttons, this one actually has this loophole. So once it's all buttoned up, it just gives you a little bit of that different look from traditional buttoned up cardigans. It's also a V-neck cardigan, which is my personal preference. I think it gives you enough space for your base layers, whether it's like turtlenecks, mock necks, or even like a low tank top. This brown trim goes all the way down to the end as well. And there's the brown trim on the sleeves as well as the bottom of this cardigan to give you that cohesive look. It's just a very well thought out piece, and similar to all the other sweaters that I showed you, it's thick, it's soft, but it's very, very lightweight. And here's the inside of this cardigan. The next piece is a new category that I'm sharing with you, and it is puffer jacket. Puffer jackets can be very tricky in my opinion because it's all in the name. The word puffer just doesn't scream streamline, any shape, waistline, like none of that sort. But this one, I think, takes the cake because with this one, you're gonna stay warm without having to compromise your figure. This little puffer jacket is something I'm so excited to wear. If you're going on any kind of winter trips, especially any like ski trips, I think this is something that you have to bring with you. First of all, the fabric itself is water repellent and the filling is ducked down, so you know it's going to keep you warm. But the highlight is the waist belt, you guys. There's also so many details throughout the jacket where you can cinch in the waist. So this little detail in the front, you just have to pull it to cinch in the waist. This belt is also detachable. So there's all these like belt loops all throughout the jacket, and if you don't want that look, you can just remove it. I personally think the waist belt really gives it more shape, which a lot of puffer jackets don't usually do. There's also all these zippers in the front for more of that like utilitarian look, and also for functionality, of course. You can put in your card, ID, or even like a lip gloss, maybe hot hands too. But there's also pockets down here with this button to secure everything. It comes with this ginormous hood as well, so you can really keep yourself warm and block away the snow or the wind. And then once you zip it all the way up, this in the front is going to cover the bottom half of your face. So you're gonna be all cozy in here, and most of all, stay warm. I went with this beautiful buttermilk color instead of going with the traditional black, because you guys know how I feel about wearing black in the winter. I know it's inevitable, but when I can, I want to be a little bit different, a little bit more unique. So I think this color is still within that classic realm, and any outerwear in the wintertime that are in this like cream ivory color really gives off a different vibe than a black outerwear. This kind of color is a bit more feminine, it's cuter and more lighthearted because it's a lot brighter. For sizing, I went with extra small petite, which is why it looks a bit more cropped, but that was the look I was going for. I wanted this to be a short and sweet kind of piece that is still very functional. Next is another piece you might recognize from my recent vlogs. It is this beautiful skater dress in this charcoal color. This piece is 100% merino wool, so it's very soft and it's high quality. And there is a bit of stretch to it. And it also has these beautiful marble detail all throughout the dress, which gives you that feminine shape that also goes so well with the skater design. It's very well fitted on your body without restricting your movement. It's also not tight, it just follows your natural body shape. The edges have this ruffled trim, which really makes it girly. It's just a perfect piece to have for fall and winter. You can wear this with tights, knee-high boots, ankle boots, sneakers. There's so much you can do with this. And again, it's not black, it's rather a dark charcoal, which is my personal preference. And you guys know I love wearing bodycon dresses, but this one I feel is a bit more elevated. It definitely does a good job at showing your figure without being too flowy. It's just the right amount of flare. So this has quickly become one of my favorite dresses for the winter time. And now that it's a lot colder, I can definitely pair this with this short coat that I also got from Fabrique. This black coat also flares out a little bit, just like the dress. So I think they go so perfectly together. And in terms of the length as well, the coat is slightly shorter than the dress, so I thought I mentioned this coat once again. The very last piece is another unique jacket that you can add to your wardrobe. It is this beautiful beige modern oriental jacket from the same designer as the dress that I just showed you. First of all, the fabric itself is truly amazing because it is one of my favorites, which is a blend of wool and cashmere. So it's extremely soft and at the same time will keep you warm. It also has this leather trim detail all throughout the jacket, and the color combination is what really got me. The color of this leather detail goes so perfectly with the jacket because they're just in that same tone. You can see the same detail on the sleeves. It's a very elegant piece, and instead of buttons, there's magnets. You see the circles, right? So these are magnets, which will give you that really satisfying magnetic closure. Hopefully you can hear this. Because of this detail, it really gives you that fluid look. It looks so good, both open and closed. And if you want to keep it closed, there is this loop at the very front. So you can use this knot to tie it together. Again, there's so much you can do with this. This design in this color, I think is like the epitome of like elegance and femininity. And it also reminds me of a cape because of that flare. So those were all the pieces I want to share with you guys today. I will leave all the details down below. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for tuning in and happy shopping!